Pokémon Z-A will make you travel to the past. You're going to be in a future Lumiose city going through a redevelopment, as we saw in the trailer, by having to travel to the past to solve certain mysteries and tasks which will help the future Lumiose city to complete the above redevelopment. All the above is just a theory, of course, but here's why I think it's the most likely one with what we know. Please watch the whole video, trust me, it will all make sense. Just like you, I've been watching the teaser trailer a million times, frame by frame, trying to catch any sort of hints. And I haven't found anything new other than what people saw, until a few days ago. Did you notice how the column flame flying in the middle of the frame turns into a fletching there in the closest shot? Yeah, I know you can see some fletching there and even some fletching at the beginning of the teaser, but this really looks like a director choice, a consequence. Talonflame becomes the protagonist for this shot, and it's like it de-evolves. And what happens next? We see the digital technology modern map of the city turning back into drawing. But this is not everything. Another clue that got me to this conclusion is the title, Z-A. It might sound like Z stands for Zygarde and A for maybe a new Pokémon, but what if it was the most obvious meaning? Z-A, Z-A. If we hear the Japanese pronunciation, it's even more obvious. Z-A, Z-A, Z-A. The Pokémon company does like to play around with English words. It wouldn't be the first time, so I actually think that this is one of the strongest clues. But the strongest clue of all comes from the Terra leak. We saw this map of Lumiose City, the first concept back when Pokémon X and Y were being produced. In case you didn't know, the first version of Lumiose City was supposed to be half modern and half old, with the new part willing to rebuild even the most historic bits, while on the other side of the river it was the opposite. The concept was supposed to be represented by two doors in each side of the city, a modern and an old one. That concept didn't make it into the final games, and Lumiose City became what we know. But think about it, this concept could be something that comes from that idea. If my idea is right, you'll be able to experience the two halves, modern and old, except it wouldn't be on the same city, but on two different versions of the city, a modern and an old one, in which you travel back and forth. The final clue is maybe the biggest one. We see the word Quasar in the video, which everyone thinks is the name of the team we'll have to face against or side with. What's a Quasar? A Quasar is an extremely luminous active galactic nucleus, kind of like a black hole. And look what I found in this scientific study. A team of scientists has observed time moving slower than usual in quasars of the early universe. This effect is known as the time dilation. Quasars are some of the brightest things in the universe, and scientists use them as clocks to keep track of time in the past. It would make sense, no? After all, the only other Legends game we've ever gotten had a similar concept. Travel to the past to understand the origins of Pokémon and humans together. Except you never return, and the story doesn't really feel complete, doesn't it? In my opinion, to solve this issue, this Legends title will feature various travels to the past, this time coming back each time. The new trailer will come out in Pokémon Day 2025, just at the end of the month, so we'll see then if the theory is right. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you like this idea. Until next time, take care.